Hello there.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. It's the quarterfinals, round 2 of the Summer Series tournament. Got a great match for you today. It's a rematch. Some could say it's a rubber match, but it's definitely, they've played before is the point I'm getting across. You have Tyler Burch, the number 3 seed, going up against the number 6 seed, David Garcia. David, a former teams champion. Tyler, a current 2 times teams champion and former singles champion. It's great. I would honestly, if you threw a player at me and said, Nick, pick like their rival, I'd probably pick these two for each other. I think Tyler and David have a long history. They've played, I think, every year in the Summer Series tournament since they started. Tyler won the first match. David won the second one with an extra person involved, but now David has beaten that extra person to get here. David beat Igor. Tyler beating Coho in sudden death. So this tournament's not going to be easy. Neither will this match be for either player, but let's see how they're feeling in the promos.
David?
Yeah. No, okay. I thought you had a question. Tyler is great. I love Tyler. We have played a lot, both in teams and in singles, as Nick said, every single tournament. So, I mean, I actually watched movies for this one this year because I had time and I wanted to make the match be at least as good as the other matches against Tyler have been. So, yeah, I watched some movies, some of the non-fandom, but that doesn't, I don't think that matters, right?
It matters a little. Look, you've proven that even when you were taking it easy, very scary. Yeah. So knowing that you studied for this should worry Tyler a little. Tyler, I love that guy. I have nothing bad to say about him. He loves anime just like me. He's named after a Pokemon professor. Best of luck to him, but I hope you win tonight. So let's play.
Well, Tyler, I think you've got a great opportunity here to avenge your loss from David last year, especially where this is the exact same moment where he beat you last year in round 2. And he beat Igor to get here, who was the third person in your match. The whole seeding of this is kind of crazy. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great match. You really do have a good rivalry going, the two of you. So yeah, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. As you can see, now that I finally played, I got to shave. So back to my usual good looks. Very excited to play David. I always love playing David. I mean, we've done this multiple times already. I know he's an opponent worth facing, even if he says he doesn't watch movies, although apparently he lied because then he did watch movies. Yes, so trust is a little broken there. But I'm still really excited. And I'm ready. Let's get this going.
All right, let's play.
Back from those promos. I'm pumped. Anytime these two play, it's a good match, whether it's teams, whether it's singles. It's always in a tournament, apparently. And I will point out, I think I thought of this as they were talking. Both times, one of them beat the other. The one that won made it to the finals of the tournament. So maybe that's good luck. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm excited to see what happens here today. Let's start with round number 1. Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions of the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, I'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Any individual player, all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions we get in round number 1?
Nope.
Let's do it.
Your first question comes in the category of the wizarding world. Who successfully stops the assassination attempt against Santos in The Secrets of Dumbledore? He's got secrets, that Dumbledore. Unrelated, but I made myself a bacon, egg, and cheese. It was real deli quality, this sandwich I just made. I made the egg a nice circle, folded it over, some cheese on it. It was really good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Tyler
I said Lolly.
and David.
I said Jacob.
Lally is the correct answer. So Tyler will start with the 1-0 lead. Let's move to the next question, which comes in the category of horror icons. Michael Myers cuts the power to all of Haddonfield by throwing an electricity worker at the power grid in which Halloween film? I've been doing a rewatch recently of all of them. It's much more fun now than it used to be. I used to think these films were scary, and now I look at myself and I'm like, why did you think that? For most of them, maybe like 90% of them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David
I said The Return of Michael Myers.
and Tyler.
I said The Revenge of Michael Myers.
The Return of Michael Myers is the correct answer. So David will hit that one. Tie it up 1-1. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of the worlds of DC. What is the name of Jaime's uncle, an inventor in Blue Beetle? Just need first name. And now we wait, because we question that they both knew right away. Both of them didn't write very long. That's not a hint as to whether or not the correct. I'm just saying. Took them a short time, but now we got to wait the standard, like 6 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Tyler.
Rudy.
And David.
Rudy.
Rudy is correct. 2-2. Let's move to the next question, which comes in the category of YA. The de facto leaders of which 2 factions die throughout the Divergent trilogy? I was going to say it took us a while to get to death, but then I realized the first 2 questions were kind of about death. One was like almost death, so it was stopping death, so that's good, but the second one definitely. Someone died in that question. But, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, I guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
I hope I know what de facto means. Erudite and abnegation.
And Tyler.
I said Dauntless and Erudite.
Dauntless and Erudite is correct.
Can I ask what de facto means?
It means like they're undisputed, like they are the leader. So like Dauntless has several leaders, but the de facto leader is Max. So he
Can
is
I bring Payson?
You can, absolutely.
Isn't
What do you think?
Janine Erudite the leader of Erudite? Have you seen these movies?
Is it who the leader of
I
Erudite?
think
I have. No, I have. No. I thought Janine was the leader of Erudite, so Janine dies.
Yeah,
And then
that's what
I'll
I
be
was
honest,
thinking.
I was thinking Erudite and Dauntless because you have Janine and you have Jai Courtney's character.
Oh, wait. What was the answer, Nick? Sorry.
So
Dauntless and Erudite.
Okay. Isn't never mind. He doesn't die. Yeah, he's dememorized. Yep. Sorry. Yep.
All right. Sounds good. No problem. I figured. I was like, oh, don't challenge because you.
Yeah, I missed. Yeah. Thank God I asked for the answer again.
But Tyler is correct. Dauntless and Erudite were the correct answers. So Tyler regains the lead 3-2. Let's move to the next question in the category of DC. Who voices Hal's trainer Kilowog in Green Lantern? They should give this film another crack. Like, give it another try. Granted, they're kind of fucking up everything right now, but I think it's worth a revisit.
You see Godzilla cameo in that Superman picture?
Yeah, yeah, I did. He's all right. World's blown up. Let me put on my boots. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
Michael Clark Duncan.
And Tyler.
Yep, Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan is correct. Sweep again, 4-3 as we move to the next question in the category of Disney animation. What type of birds sing the song "That's What Friends Are For" in the Jungle Book? There's no books in the jungle.
A lot of bird singing songs in Disney. Like,
I would agree.
I didn't know. I was like, you started and I was like, it could be like 10 movies.
Yeah, sometimes I read a question at the beginning and like people will be like, "Oh, cool, I know where he's going." Yeah, no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Tyler
I said ostriches.
and David.
Vultures?
Vultures is the correct answer. So David ties it up yet again. It's 4-4 as we move to the next question in the category of James Bond.
Shit.
Bond kills the main villain in a church in which James Bond film? I would start to sing "That's What Friends Are For" you, but that's not one of the ones that really pops when you think of the Jungle Book.
I just remembered an ugly bird. That's the only hint I had.
It was like a long-necked, baldish bird. You were on the right track. They all were wearing hats. Nothing was realistic about it. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I
1.
just remembered one.
That was a repeat, David?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's David's first repeat. The question again. Bond kills the main villain in a church in which James Bond film? That was very close. I was like, yeah, lots of Disney movies where birds sing about things. Especially Mr. Popper's Penguins. Not confident in that being a Disney film. I know it's like a lie. It's obviously not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
For Your Eyes Only?
And Tyler.
I said Skyfall.
Skyfall is the correct answer. Tyler regains the lead again, 5-4. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of American spies. What is the last name of the American president in The Sum of All Fears?
No.
Fuck.
Tyler, one of 3 Americans on this call. Perhaps unfair, but also just watch the movie. They tell you the name all the time. At the end, in the credits, it's like, this was the person. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to David.
This is one of the rare cases I know the actor and not the character, Clark.
And Tyler.
I said Cochran.
Both, unfortunately, incorrect. We're looking for Fowler. J. Robert Fowler is the correct answer. So Tyler, still 1 point lead, 5-4, as we move to the penultimate question, which comes in the category of Marvel.
Oh, no.
Oh,
in
no.
Madam Web, after leaving the woods in violation of Cassie's orders, the 3 girls go to what specific type of establishment?
Stupid.
Shout out to pitch meeting.
That's fair. Yeah.
You have done that instead of watching the fucking movie.
I saw like Spence make a comment. It's not as bad as like Morbius or X-Men Origins. And I'm like, great. Like getting stabbed isn't as big as getting shot, but they're both pretty fucking bad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Tyler.
I said a diner to dance on the tables, I think.
Yes, they do. And David.
A diner.
Diner is correct. Yes, way to not draw attention to yourself. 6-5 as we move to the final question, which comes in the category of the MCU. How many MCU films feature a performance from Tessa Thompson? A little more time. Disagree. You drown either way. It's such an odd, like, Here's a thing that's also like really the worst thing ever, and it's not as bad as that, so it's good, right? Like, no, that's dumb. Well, bare necessities is very good. I think I want to be like you. You be too. Be like you. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with David.
4.
And Tyler.
4.
4 is the correct answer. So, clean sweep to end the round. Tyler finishes in the lead, 7 to David's 6. But anything can happen as we enter round number 2. Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 Fandom categories on, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get to spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, and this is like check down multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1, and be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Star Wars, Worlds of DC, Star Trek, Wizarding World, Creature Features, Law and Order, Sci-Fi Icons, and Criminal Underworld. Tyler, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to David?
Defer.
Yeah. We'll just defer.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. You all right. David, this will be your first spin. Lands on Creature Features. Let's keep it or spin again.
I don't hate it.
I know you don't hate it, but think about what we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Let's spin.
Okay. We'll spin again.
All right. This is your second spin. He's back, everyone.
Yeah. You know what to do.
Whew.
David, I'll be reading your questions in Star Wars. Are you prepared for them?
It's been a while.
Fair.
Yeah.
Your first question in Star Wars. Which Star Wars film features the character Moloch, the henchman to a crime lord? Five, 4.
Solo, a Star Wars story?
That is correct for 2 points. David, your second question. Which Star Wars actor said the quote, "I was raised to fight. For the first time, I had something to fight for"?
Ooh. Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Five, 4, 3.
Let's repeat it.
All right, that is your second repeat. Question again. Which Star Wars actor said the quote, "I was raised to fight. For the first time, I had something to fight for"?
Ooh, okay, let's go. John Boyega?
That is correct for 2 points. David, your third question. In A New Hope, what part of the R2 unit was malfunctioning, causing Uncle Owen to buy R2-D2 instead?
The motivator.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. What planet is the character Jar Jar Binks from in The Phantom Menace?
Naboo.
That is correct for 2 points. And David, your final question in Star Wars. In The Last Jedi, Poe defies Leia's orders and attacks what specific type of First Order ship, which results in the Rebels losing half of their fleet?
A dreadnought.
And that is correct for 2 more points and a clean sweep of Star Wars. David getting his score up to 16. Tyler still at 7. But we'll bring back in the wheel and Brittany. And Tyler, this will be your first spin. Lands on Sci-Fi Icons.
How do you feel? Because you do need to ideally get 9 or 10 here. But I do know there's some other things that are So, yeah, where are you feeling?
I mean, I feel pretty good about it.
Okay. I mean, if you think you can get even 9 to tie it, I think go for it. Because I do know there is, a couple things on here you'd rather not get. So, yeah, if not, you can risk it and spin again.
I don't know.
I think you should keep it, but you know better than me. So if you are a little iffy, then
no, I'll keep it. I mean, I watch all the Transformers movies for a reason, right?
Yeah, you got to put it to good use. So, yeah.
All righty. Tyler, I'll be giving you your questions in the category sci-fi icons. Are you prepared for them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Your first question. Which sci-fi icons film features a lead character who is an Army Ranger sniper?
The Predator.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays the program Sati in The Matrix Resurrections?
Okay. Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
That is correct. You could have left the Jonas out, but we'll take it as well. That's correct for 2 points. Tyler, your third question. In Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, the first time the TX has Kate pinned down, what does the T-800 do to attack her?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, hits her with a truck, B, shoots her with a rocket launcher, C, throws a spear at her, or D, hits her with a wrecking ball? Five, 4, 3.
Can I hear the answers again?
Yep. Your options again are A, hits her with a truck, B, shoots her with a rocket launcher, C, throws a spear at her, or D, hits her with a wrecking ball?
Go with A.
A is correct for 1 point. All right, Tyler, your penultimate question. What is the name of Dana's son in Ghostbusters 2?
Oh, God. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Oscar, B, Jason, C, Peter, D, Lewis?
Is it Jason?
That is incorrect. David, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Oscar, B, Jason, C, Peter, D, Lewis.
Haven't seen that one, so A.
That's correct for a 1 point steal. Tyler, your final question in sci-fi icons. In Back to the Future Part 3, what causes the fuel line on the DeLorean to break once Marty gets to 1885?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, a bear, B, an arrow, C, a falling rock, or D, a throwing knife?
An arrow?
That is correct for 1 point in the end of Tyler's round number 2. He gets a score up to 13 with the steal. David is up to 17. We have a 4-point game going into round number 3. Here's how round number 3 is going to work. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once players hit the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we go into round number 3?
No.
First category you can bet points on is Epic Adventures. Let's get bets, starting with Tyler.
2.
And David.
2.
All right, your question in Epic Adventures. In Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, what type of creatures are surrounding the Graphicos when Indy and crew first retrieve it? Tough.
Oh, Jesus.
It doesn't. It's like, I think it was really hard on it when it first came. I saw it on a plane. I was really crammed up trying to watch it on the little screen. So, like, not the best viewing experience, but I did watch it a second time. It also was not good that time.
It's like, for me, it's like the same as like Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, where I'm like, this is fine.
Haven't seen it. Wanted to see it. Tim was like, God, no, I will die. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Tyler.
I said eels.
And David.
I said snakes.
Eels is the correct answer. So Tyler will gain 2 points. David will lose 2 points. We have a tie game yet again. It is 15 all. Tie game, 4 questions remaining. As we move to the second category, you can bet points on that category is Marvel. Let's get that starting with David.
2.
And Tyler.
2.
Your question in Marvel. Who voices Jess Drew, a.k.a. Spider-Woman, in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?
I
don't know the difference between going into it versus going across it. It seems like the same kind of motion.
You see the next Godzilla movie is going to be by the writer of Across the Spider-Verse?
The what?
The next Godzilla movie is supposed to be written by one of the people that did Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay. I don't feel a Godzilla movie really needs that level of depth and whatnot, but that's fine, I guess.
I won't be ready for the depth.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
I don't know. Lupita Nyong'o.
And Tyler.
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae is the correct answer. So with that, Tyler has taken the 4-point lead. David will lose 2 points. Tyler will gain 2 points. It is 17-13. We have flipped spots from the beginning of this round, but still a 4-point game with 3 questions remaining. Your next category you can bet points on is horror icons. Well, let's get that starting with Tyler.
1.
And David.
2.
All right. Your question, horror icons. How many people die in Heather's opening dream in Wes Craven's New Nightmare? Now that I've seen them all again, best horror icons film. I would stand by that. There's some others that are close, but like. Gonna have to do some math in my head on the fly, but it's fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Tyler.
I went with 2.
And David?
I said 3.
And your winner, Tyler Burch. 2 was the correct answer. I forget their names, but I'm sure other people remember. 2 was the correct answer. So really, really unfortunate round 3 for David there because the truth is he outplayed almost the rest of the match. Tyler had a 1-point lead in round 1, and then David's round 2 just went really, really his way. And I think karma, if all things are balanced, the force and whatnot, then round 3 balanced out David's round 2. And Tyler was able to take the win. Still a great match overall. Happy to see it. Let's see how the players are feeling in the post-match interviews. David, it seemed just like a bad storm of bad luck in round 3 with a category that like you're 99% comfortable with, and it comes from the 1% that you're not comfortable with. And then the second one being a category you're pretty 100% comfortable with, but then it's a voice actors category, which you voiced in the past is not your favorite type of question to answer. So like I said, just bad luck overall because you played a great match. Tyler's a former champion, he's a current 2-time teams champion. He's not easy to beat for anybody. And the fact that you had 4 points on going into round number 3 says a whole hell of a lot. How are you feeling about the match? Yeah, go.
I mean, obviously, like, I didn't miss questions. Well, I missed a couple questions that I should have hit, but it wouldn't have mattered because I think 100% of the time I bet on Epic Adventures and Marvel. So it just, I mean, Indiana Jones, I like those movies, and I have answered questions, and I have even studied them when geek mixed bag was a thing. But yeah, Dial of Destiny, seen it once, theaters, and then my thing with voice actors and data in general, it's not a strength of mine. I just don't retain it, and I have to when they said he says he doesn't study anymore but still watches movies. The thing that I don't do is the constant going over actors, directors, voice actors, and notes, character names, all that stuff that is just watching the movies doesn't really cut. So yeah, I just don't do it, and I don't regret not doing it honestly anymore, because I still am fairly competitive in the game. I am back to watching the movies in a way that I enjoy it. Tyler is a great player. He got a category that he wasn't strong in. I got Star Wars, and he still beat me. So yeah, I'm just glad I got to the second round of the tournament, and I hope I get to play again relatively soon. So yeah, it's just as you said, bad luck. Marvel, it happened with DC the other day. I just got stuck with a director to a terrible movie. So it's going to happen to me now that I have made the conscious decision of not going over data all the time anymore. It's going to happen, and I have to accept it.
And even with that, David, you still could. There is still a route that could have been taken to win this match. Obviously, you would have had to know what questions were coming when, in order to do that. But even with not doing that, you still had Tyler very much on his heels going into round 3. Payson, how do you think David did? What do you think his chances are in the future?
Yeah, look, I think once again, David just showed that even when he's not killing, I would use the term killing yourself in order to study, which I think most Fandom players can agree. It sometimes feels like you're doing that if you're playing at a competitive level. Even when he's not doing that, he is still a threat. And I just think Tyler just showed tonight that what we all know, and that is he is one of the best players in this game. And you're not going to be able to beat him when you are just in this sort of casual mode. But yeah, I do think David played great. I do still think he has a future in this league. And if he ever does make the decision to come back and play at an elite level, I think every person should be terrified.
Absolutely. Well, David, you will be playing again very soon. You'll be playing in Act 4. This is currently Act 3. You'll be playing in Act 4 with another chance at the belt. You did make it to the quarterfinals. I think you deserve one loss shouldn't put you out. You will be playing another quarterfinals loser. We obviously don't know who all those people are, but another person who lost in the quarterfinals.
Okay.
If there was one name you had to pick out, is there any you'd want to play next?
Okay.
One that you think is bad enough to lose, but is good enough to have made it to the quarterfinals.
Okay, so I think knowing how the bracket is kind of going, all the round ones are obviously aired. So I think that is Kaiser and Scully, right?
That is a match that's happening, yeah.
Holtzman and Joe.
That's happening.
Don't remember the other one.
Javi and Ryan happened
Ryan, okay.
But we don't.
Somebody that I haven't played before, 1-on-1. So that will be Scully and Kaiser, I think. Because I have played Holtzman 1-on-1 and I have played Javi 1-on-1. I have played Ryan 1-on-1. No, Ryan 2.
You played Ryan 1-on-1, yep.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
We've been doing this for quite a while. David, can guarantee you one of those matches will happen with those 7 or 6 names that you threw out. But congratulations on a well-played match today. We'll see you in Act 4. Tyler Burch, you are one of, I think, the top 3 people coming into this tournament. You, Abel, and Joe were kind of the people they hadn't played this year, but obviously they're all former champions. They all are threats to win this tournament. Abel lost in round 1. Joe's still going strong. I think right now, if Vegas was betting, they'd be putting their money on you and Joe. It was almost Vegas betting, putting money on Joe and David, because going into round number 3, if those categories fell a different way, David played a killer match. He spun Star Wars, which I think he could not watch another movie for 50 years and he would still go 10 for 10 in Star Wars. But at the end of the day, this wheel was something that's interesting. Tyler, obviously you're a great player. I could say all the usual things of like, oh, you're good and you did this and you were, but this wheel was riddled with new categories. This is your second singles match of the year. Yeah. And it was like half all new categories that you've never seen for the first time in movies that you like, but not really knowing what type of questions to expect. Do you think that played a factor in your sci-fi icons round where you're a little rattled when a question came up that David was able to steal it?
Yeah, I mean, because as much as I like enjoy the movies and sci-fi icons and the additions, Back to the Future and Ghostbusters, it's still newer as like far as like studying goes. So I'm always kind of worried that those are going to pop up, which is kind of like why I was like, I could take it, but hopefully those won't be the ones that come up. Then I got both of them, but no, that definitely that factored into like my hesitation for taking sci-fi because I really do like the category itself. And I mean, so I want it to be a strength, but clearly like I need to work on those franchises for it to be at that level. But yeah, and then like just whether or not to take it, I mean, we were probably going to take it just because there's some other stuff that's on there that with David going 10 for 10 in Star Wars, I needed something that was really strong in, and it was very unlikely it would go that way. So I was like, let's just not risk it. Let's do something that I'm pretty decent in, and hope for the best. And it didn't really go the way that I wanted, but luckily round 3 did. So
yeah, I was gonna say that's round 2, but at the end of the day, you hit 3 questions in round 3 that David missed. So like he may have outplayed you in round 2, but like you outplayed him in round 3. And at the end of the day, the end of round 3 is really what matters. So you proved that you are absolutely a threat to win this still. I'm excited to see you move forward. Brittany, how do you feel about Tyler's performance today?
I'm super proud of him. I think you maneuvered sci-fi icon. It's a shame you watched all 5 Michael Bays and didn't get it. That's the real tragedy here. But the fact that you bounced back and hit all 3 of those, some players, it would get to them, and so you didn't let that happen to you. I'm so proud of you and the way you played. David also played great. I'm excited to see him keep playing. Like him in a casual mode is better than most people still in the league. Yeah, so I think you killed it. So yeah, super proud of you.
Sweet deal. Well, Tyler, you will be moving on to round number 2. Round number 3 in the tournament. Round number 2. I just thought we were in a match. The semifinals, Tyler. You're making it back to the semifinals. It's technically your 3rd year in a row because when you did lose to David, it was granted there were 9 of you still in play, but it was technically the semifinals because of the way
it's true.
The trios work. But with that being said, Tyler, you're moving on to round number 3. You'll be playing either Cameron Holtzman, the number 10 seed, or the number 2 seed, Joe Fairley. I'm excited for either match. Which are you excited for?
I mean, I think either way it's going to be a really good match against someone I haven't played in singles, which is always exciting. Both of them are so strong that it could really go either way. I know Joe's been having a killer year, so it's easy to say that he has the edge and I'd be playing against him. But I think anyone that sleeps on Holtzman is going to be surprised. And so, it could go either way, but either way, I think it's going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, can't wait. Tyler, it's going to be a fun time. Congratulations on your win today, and we will see you in the semifinals. And that'll wrap up this here Fandom Fights quarterfinal singles match. Check out all the other matches. We're in the quarterfinals. We're about to hit the semifinals for teams. Crazy weeks coming up. Be sure to check it all out. Thank you to Tyler, to David, to Brittany, to Payson. Thank you to Tim for editing this one. And thank you to all of you for checking out this great match. We'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.